Alright, we're live. Hello everybody! Welcome! Welcome everybody. Today, the last day of the month, at least for me, when it comes to streaming, and we are here. We are on the end of the road. We are we're at the end of a full month of doing charity and doing this show. I don't feel tired at all, which is funny. I feel like I could do even more. But in any case, friendly reminder, both me and my guest over here, we are running for charity. We are gathering money to help St. Jude collect. We're gathering money to help St. Jude help parents on the treatment of pediatric diseases. So, if you guys want to donate, you can either go to the About page on my channel here on Fen's channel if you want to donate, or you can use !donate to get the link. If you want information about the charity we're doing and the group we are a part of, you can use the command !STG info and get the clarity on everything you need. In any case, we have a guest today, so would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Fen. I'm an Oni Gang Boss Vtuber, and I just kind of do my own thing. I just kind of vibe.
Nice, that's what everybody should do. But yeah. On the show, we usually start with the classic, you know, the classic question: what are your favorite games?
Hard one, actually.
That's why I asked
like,
for multiple and not just one, because picking one with the amount of games there is, it's impossible. It's actually impossible.
So, like, I'm always a fan of, like, the Persona series. Persona 3 and 4 are kind of my big ones. On top of that, I can never go wrong with Binding of Isaac and, like, Elden Ring.
Nice.
Top 4.
Oh, nice. Honestly, I shared one of those games as the same. Like, Persona 4 is my favorite game of all time at this point. I just played that thing, and I cannot believe a game with a New Game Plus made me cry twice. The two times I played it, my god.
Right?
Oh, that was so good. And the fact that we have now the beta version on PC, we can experience that, like, get to know more of the main villain, which is the best thing ever.
Oh yeah, Golden.
Yes. I still gotta play the Personas. Do it. The only thing bad I have to say about the Persona series so far is skip the second campaign on Persona 3 Fest. Skip it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Oh, no, what are you talking about? No, it's so worth it. It's so worth it.
I mean, I guess it's canon for Persona 4 Arena, but it's not worth it for the gameplay unless you've been playing, like, the Shin Megami Tensei games, like, previous to that.
Yeah, fair. But, oh my god, FES is such a good one.
Oh, FES is really good. The only gripe I have is the answer. It's the only gripe I have. Because the gameplay is horrible, the grinding is like 10 to 20 times tougher than it was on like the regular game. And the worst part of all is how they treat Yukari. Like, I think they go way too, like, bitchy with her. I don't know why. I mean, I get it, the situation is dire and the main protagonist is no more, but my god, you didn't need to become such a bitch.
Main pro tag's dead as hell.
It's not dead, it's saving our asses from near destruction, which is cool. It'd be like that. Yeah, it do be like that. But yeah, Persona series is really it's a really good series, and you can start with whatever game you want. You can play 1 and then jump directly to 5 or something like that. Like, there is barely any connections between each other. There is 1 or 2 things that will pop up as a reference, but you can do whatever. And honestly, It's like watching JoJo's. You can watch whatever part you want. You will get reference to the previous ones, but not too deep. It's their own thing of like it's each game is their own thing.
Yeah. The only thing I would like argue with that would be the like the setup for Dio if you see about in part 1 and everything.
True. Dio is like the setup for Dio in part 1 and then jumping up directly to part 3. Because you can skip part 2. If you really think about it. The only thing you will get on part 2 is the origin of the stone mask, maybe?
Yeah.
But the stone mask ends on like part 3. Then we jump into the like stand abilities and arrows.
Oh yeah, then you go to the villain of the week stuff they do.
Yeah, they go. That's what I like the most about Persona 4. It's literally just part 4 of JoJo's. It's literally that.
Yeah, it really is though.
Oh, I love that. It's more or less part 4 of JoJo's, but with more sentimental stuff and more emotion heavy. And with a villain that isn't like a sociopath like Kira is. I mean, I get it. The main villain on Persona 4, yes, it's a psychopath, but it's more of an impulsive idiot psychopath than a cold calculative like Kira is. It's like completely different types of psychopath. But yeah. Okay. Let's see. What else? What else we have? I usually look at the playlist to see what we can talk about. Ooh. Wait. Sephiroth's theme is on Final Fantasy XIV? Huh? I didn't know what. I didn't know that.
Oh no, Sephiroth, that's a different one. It's so good. It's so good.
Huh.
Like, it has no reason to go that hard.
I mean... Usually Final Fantasy music or Square Enix music in general can go pretty hard.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because I haven't really played much Final Fantasy outside of 14.
I've played... Yeah. It's usually the first one people go because it's the biggest one. With the online part and everything, yeah. Makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Funny enough, I got into the series on Final Fantasy VII, but instead of playing the PS1 version, I was playing the PC port they did like a long time ago of the PS1 version. That was pretty fun, at least for the couple of hours I put into it. I need to go back and redo it. Also, we have one of your gang members over here saying hi to you.
Hey Draco.
How's it going? But yeah. Then we have Okami here. Ooh.
Oh, I love Okami. Oh, I love Okami. Hey, Momo.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. I already had one of the biggest fans of Okami I know. They were pushing Okami onto me, like, I now want to play it. I might do it.
I would recommend it. Okami is probably what, like, first became my aesthetic for my first design. Like, it heavily inspired my first, like, design and everything.
Oh, cool. But
you know, I would totally recommend it.
Oh, for sure. I already have it. Like, I brought the HD version on Steam just because I had a little extra change and I wanted to try it out. So I just got that and Onimusha out of that.
Ooh, okay.
That was a good deal. Oh, hey, classic Doom music. Have you played Doom recently?
I haven't played Doom ever.
Well, yeah, it makes sense. Doom music is like Mario. You can hear it everywhere without even playing the game at this point.
Oh yeah, my friend, well, some of my friends really like Doom, so I hear a lot of it by osmosis.
Hmm. If you feel like playing something that is just killing everything, don't give in two shits about anything else, go with Doom. It works for that. Just fair
Okay.
warning, you might get a little bit of motion sickness for how much you need to move and how much color red there is on everywhere. It's
Yeah.
like literally killing demons on Mars. So there can be a more red setup than that. I promise you your model will blend in like 9 times out of 10 on that
Oh
place. It's
jeez.
going to be a nightmare.
Oh, I can only imagine.
But it's fun though. I can attest to that. I played the first 2016 Doom a long time ago, and it was fun. I got a headache every now and then, but it was a good time overall.
Nice. Nice, nice.
Yeah. So you like roguelites, right?
Yeah, I love roguelites.
Alright, outside of like Divine of Isaac and Hades, what else have you been playing?
Oh boy.
Come
Okay,
on.
let's see here. Cult of the Lamb. Oh, frickin'. Oh my gosh. I've been playing a bit of that Crab Champion game, which I guess counts as a roguelike.
It is a roguelike, yeah. Because it works kinda like Hades, and you get power-ups every now and then after doing something, if I remember correctly. But it's like a mix between combat and movement, which is really cool. You get so smooth movement all over the place, which is awesome to see.
Oh yeah. Okay. Dead Cells, I've been playing a chunk of that.
Ooh, Dead Cells, yeah.
Enter the Gungeon, I've been playing a chunk of that. It's pretty much just roguelikes. Roguelikes just engulf my being when it comes to like, oh yeah, that's fun.
Nice. Yeah, they are pretty much the same concept, but they have a lot of variety now, which is insane. Like you can go from Dead Cells to, let's say, Risk of Rain, and then go to Craft Champions. Yeah, you have a lot of variety there. There are 3 completely different games of the same genre. It's so good. In my case, yeah, like my god, they go way too hard. It has no reason to go this hard, but it does.
Right.
But yeah, when it comes to like roguelike games, in my case, I have quote unquote little experience, but I played a few like Dead Cells, Risk of Rain 1 and 2, and a little bit of Divine of Isaac, like vanilla Divine of Isaac.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it didn't click with me that much. The only one that like hard clicked, that literally just made me invested in the game, was Risk of Rain 2. That was impressively fun. Every single run was completely different from the one before.
Oh yeah.
And each character is pretty unique, which I appreciate. You have a lot of different tactics and a lot of different builds to explore with each character, which is insanely good.
Honestly, it's so good. The amount of variety and just like builds you can end up doing with that. Oh.
Yes. And they keep adding new items for what I know, and each like big update and stuff, which is cool, really cool.
Oh yeah. Ooh, another roguelike. Actually 2 roguelikes I would honestly kind of recommend. So Noida.
Noida, yeah.
Love Noida. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, phenomenal. Just it's so good. The music's really good too. And then I've been playing that game that was like Have a Nice Death.
Have a Nice Death, yeah. That's
pretty good game. Very stylistic.
Yeah, I've seen that thing since the trailer before it releases. I've been wanting that game for a while now.
It's pretty fun. Honestly,
it
really
looks
fun.
super fun, yeah. Death is just fed up of his work. He's going to kill. I've been wanting to get back into Dead Cells thanks to the Return to Castlevania DLC. Plus plus they have a collab with Guacamelee, which I've been looking to. I've been looking forward to try that too.
Nice.
Also, I see a little bit of Lethal League here on the playlist. Have you been...
yeah.
How is it? I played just a little bit of like the first game, but outside of that, I have no experience with it.
If you have like a group of friends, it is stupid fun. It is. I will try to grab like a couple pals every so often and be like, hey, let's play some Lethal League. And they're like, oh, hell yeah, Lethal League.
It's like a mix between ping pong and fucking dodgeball.
Yeah, it's essentially just like, well, we call it like battle pong.
Battle pong, yeah, that works too.
It's really fun. Oh god, the soundtrack goes so hard too. The character designs are so cool.
True. Lethal League I have not played in a while. I need to get back into like Lethal League. It seems super fun to play. I need to get the second one too. I have Lethal League 1. I got it by buying a bundle of games back in 2018, more or less. And it was pretty cheap. But the second game seems to be the one where everyone is like at.
Yeah, it's really a expansion on like the first one and like some of the core mechanics. And it's oh my gosh, the characters.
Yeah, it's super stylish.
Yeah, I will play the absolute crap out of Candyman. He is my boy, my favorite.
Everyone's favorite. He's everywhere on the like promotional material of the games.
Yeah. I think he's just that like iconic.
Yeah, it is. Really, really good. Yeah. Hades, it might be one of the few games that I've been trying to get a hold of, but I never get the chance to. It's either I get out of money because of other purchases and like helping out on the house, or there is another game that piques my attention a little bit more than Hades. But sooner rather than later, I need to try it out. It's been recommended to hell and back, and it seems to be the best Supergiant has ever put up.
So a little background behind that. So I played Hades pretty much day one, as soon as it dropped as soon as it came in early access. I played that game to death. I got to the ending like so many times before the ending actually existed yet. And like seeing all the stuff they've implemented, like the character models and everything, like seeing them from like nameless Shay to oh my god, that's Karen. so cool. The music goes so hard too. As usual, Supergiant OSTs are just tops. I love it. It's such a good game.
Yeah, it seems like it. Like, I haven't seen some people recommend the soundtrack that hard from Supergiant compared to Hades. Like, I've been playing Transistor for a while. Nobody talks about the soundtrack of that game compared to what Hades offers.
Still a great OST, though.
Still a great OST, yes, of course. Like, it is a fun game, a very touching game at that too. Transistor goes really hard in the sentimental part of the genre in general. It's really fun.
I feel like a lot of Supergiant kind of like hits in the feels usually, because like with Bastion it was like that too. Transistor went really ham in the like story and just like the feels. I haven't played Pyre, so I couldn't tell you anything about Pyre.
Me neither.
But then Hades, oh my god.
Yeah, Supergiant likes this and like heavy story relationships. type of deal. I have to say, Transistor is it's a pretty fun game. And I don't know why, but it reminds me a little bit of what Bionic Commando was. Like on that like reboot game they had back in the Xbox 360 era. The whole main shtick of that game was your bionic arm is technically the soul of your past wife. It's kind of fucked up, but the thing is, in Transistor, I know, at least for what I remember, your special someone is there with you on your travel. Your main character doesn't know why it feels like that way, and it turns out it was your weapon.
Yep.
It's kind of a similar premise, but one's handled it way better than the other, and I love it. I love that. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Also, there is some Lisa OST over here. Can you tell me a little bit about it? I have no recollection of this game. Like I've seen videos and stuff, but I don't know anything about it.
Lisa is one of those games where you go into it expecting nothing, and it is nothing but a fun romp, and then will hit you in the feels out of nowhere. It is one of those games that is like, oh, this game is just really dumb, ha ha ha. It's very unassuming. You go in and it's like, oh, I've heard. It's like, look, I know, I've heard of this song via the memes because it just goes, ooh, 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 and it's like, oh, okay, so it's one of those games. And then out of nowhere, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, here's some backstory about why everything's so just destroyed, and here's a story that's gonna make you cry.
Why are you describing the game like that? It sounds like Adventure Time.
It is.
It sounds so much like Adventure Time. Like you go see the show for funny comedy interactions between Finn and Jake, and you ended up with so much world building, so much fucked up shit that happened beforehand and post the apocalypse. It's insane. I love it.
No, that is exactly it. It is. If I were to be so blunt, it is adult Adventure Time.
Oh, okay. I love it.
It is very much like, hey, look, here's a companion that you could possibly find. A lot of companions are very optional. In fact, like 90% are very optional. Who, like, here's a companion that draws like not safe for work stuff.
Oh.
And that's his entire moveset is he will like show people like not safe for work stuff to like distract them or like to make them angry or some stuff. What's the game called? What game was it called again? Lisa. So there's two Lisas.
Lisa
I will
and Lisa
that.
the Joyful.
Yes. Lisa.
Like vanilla Lisa.
Yeah. It's really good. Really, really good.
Yep.
This is I think I talked about this on stream before, but Lisa was, I believe, one of the first games that made me cry. It is genuinely a really insane game.
Yeah, I believe it. Have you played Persona on stream?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've been tempted.
Yeah, that makes sense. How long has it been since you last played like a Persona game?
I like replay Persona 3 a good chunk, like at least every other year, just like in my own time. Just because the music in P3. But it has been a little bit. It's been a little bit since I've played a Persona game. Like ever since I started streaming, it's been like something that gets like pushed further and further back just because I have so much stuff to do.
I will recommend wait at least a year and a half before playing back the game, so you don't feel like I don't having that much fun as I used to. It's good to have like a good chunk of time between playthroughs when it comes to a game like Persona. And it will hit on the feels even better if you get different routes on the social links. Ooh. I see a little bit of Monster Hunter World 2 here. Have you been playing that recently?
I love Monster Hunter as just in the entire series. I played the crap out of World. I think I have like 400 hours in World. I've been playing Rise, trying to get into Rise, but I'm not like the biggest fan of it. But it still hits that itch of like, hey, look, some pretty good music, some big monsters that have some pretty cool mechanics, and then just like overall design.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool. I actually, okay, you will not believe me, but when I was getting paid for an editing job I did like a while back, like I think it was late December or something like that, I don't remember. There was a special offer on Humble Bundle for a couple of like Capcom games. You get, if I remember correctly, DMC Devil May Cry, DMC 5 Special Edition, Monster Hunter World, I think a coupon to buy the latest edition of Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 4, Dragon's Dogma, and what was the last game called? Strider. And they like remake this, no, like the reboot Strider from 2014.
Oh wow.
So I already had Strider and DMC Devil May Cry, so those two I had to give away. I ended up cashing out Dragon's Dogma DMC 5, which DMC 5 alone made it super worth it.
Oh yeah.
My god.
Oh yeah.
Then instead of cashing out Monster Hunter World, thinking, I don't know if it's going to be for me, I knew someone, a friend of mine, that really wanted the game, so I told you, hey, do you want this game? I really don't want it. And he said, sure, grabbed it, and you motherfucker said to me, after just give them that to you, so that was like, surprise, happy early birthday, like it was on March and I give them something on fucking December. It was just, what the hell. But I should have grabbed that. And now that I think about it, but I might be able to buy it later. Who knows?
Yeah, I would recommend it. It's pretty good. I will say World is a little intensive resource-wise, just because, big game. But oh gosh, it's so fun.
It's worth it. But wait. Optimization-wise, which one do you think it's like the best optimized of the two? Like World or Rise?
Rise was originally on the Switch.
So it will be better optimized, yeah.
It will be so much more optimized.
Like, there are some Switch games that come into PC that are well optimized, but I don't know if you can get vice versa, like PC games going into Switch. There is one example of a like PC and other console game that went into the Switch well optimized, and that's Warframe. But then you have cases like Mortal Kombat 11 that, why is that on the Switch?
Or
it looks
The Witcher.
Or The Witcher. Why?
Because, haha, a funny Witcher.
Money. Like, we need to recover from Cyberpunk.
Money.
Gotta admit, the best thing to come up out of Cyberpunk outside of like the fixes they did to the game has to be Edge Runners.
Oh, I love Edge Runners. I was
hyped for that. Like, when they announced, hey, we're going to release the game alongside an anime adaptation by Trigger, so stay tuned for that. Literally straight up just say that before the game came out. The game came out, was a total mess, and there was no sign of Edge Runners or, well, the Cyberpunk 2077 anime. There was no sign of that. then it just dropped, and everybody loved the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, it's so good. Oh my god, the music too.
It comes with the whole package of Trigger, if you know. Like, every anime adaptation on every animation they do, they always go hard on every aspect of it. Animation wise and music wise, they always go hard. Do I need to remind you of Gurren Lagann Sending? My god! Show! That thing goes way too hard. It almost gave me a heart attack of how hyped that was. My god.
It's really good, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I still listen to some of the music for Edge Runners just like on my own time.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. Oh.
It's so good.
Like, Who's Ready for Tomorrow is such a good like main character theme. Especially for who the character is. It's insane.
But yeah. I see also Undertale over here. Have you been, how long has it been since you played that?
Like 5 years?
Okay, it's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute.
So,
I never actually beat Undertale.
Oh.
So when the game first came out, I was still in like school and shit. I had like a bunch of people in school who like would never stop talking about that and would do like, oh, I'm gonna fight Sans like 3 times like at the same time stuff. It's like it was one of those things that got almost nauseating to a point.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very on and off with Undertale. Like, the music's really good and the characters are pretty cool, but it's a lot of the time it's just like that. Oh, I don't want to deal with these people. But like, I never actually ended up finishing it. I think I got to right outside Asgore and was just like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, it kind of happened the same to me. I just went for the neutral route, so I was trying to avoid killing anyone, so that's that.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up going to Asgore and then finishing up with the last boss, and then that's that. The game closed by itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't open it again though. Has been uninstalled since then. I wanted to get back to it and try out the different route, like a full pacifist one or like a genocide one, but nah. I think like a couple of years later, I tried out for the genocide route, reached out to Undyne, and then just said, no, fuck it, I'm not playing this shit. No. No.
Yeah, honestly, it's something. It's one of those things that, like, I understand why it got so popular and who deserved it, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah, me neither. Like, completely deserved the popularity it got, completely banger sequel they are doing, but yeah, this is not my thing. I played Deltarune and that was a fun time. That was a really fun time, but that's the novelty of it. That was a fun time. I don't want to play it again.
Yeah, fun little romp, but it's not something that, like, I would replay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, been worrying about... Okay. Funny thing, I had this song of, like, the Out of Tartarus song on repeat all this time, and I forgot to change that. Didn't... My god, I'm an idiot.
It's just such a good song.
It is a good song, but I didn't want it to repeat. I wanted to get some variety here. But yeah, now we're Monster Hunter, so cool.
Nice.
This is Balhazak.
Yeah.
Is this a medley? Wait, is this a medley of like all the themes this monster had along the series, or?
No, because it's only in the world.
Oh, okay, it's
So
unique for this one.
yeah, so Valhasak's whole thing is that it is a elder dragon, like a legendary like dragon, that is essentially like a zombie virus in its own right.
Oh.
Because its entire like hide, quote unquote, is like rotten, and there's just like it during the fight it like spews out this like, it's called effluvia, but it just like spews out all this like gas and stuff that can like bring back some of the like dead smaller monsters that have been around in his like arena, which is really cool.
Oh.
In fact, for one of the variants, there was a whole like Resident Evil collab because of what Valhasak had to do with all that. Like, it was a themed Valhasak fight
Wow.
for like the Resident Evil collab. It was so cool. I love its music. It's so disjointed and like chaotic. It's just like do 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 do.
It's a zombie dragon necromancer sort of thing. My god, that's so cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's cool.
World is so fun. I love World.
And I thought the jet dragon was something cool from Rise, like that dragon that flies like at max speed and it seems to have like jets on the wings or something like that. I don't know. I might be missing.
Valstrix?
I think it's that one.
The like red one?
The red one, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually from Generations.
Oh.
A lot of the times they will bring back monsters from like previous games, which is why he's in Rise and everything. But oh my god, no, Valstrix is a pain. Oh my god. Especially finding that thing on the Switch, because that was Generations Ultimate, which was a Switch exclusive, much like Generations and Rise. But oh.
It was a tough fight, was it?
Oh, it's just, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, for your voice it sounded like it was super painful. So yeah, I believe it. My god.
There's only a couple monsters I've ever had like a hard time with, and I think Valstrix continues to be a monster that I always have a hard time with.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen usually when I see gameplay on Monster Hunter, the hunters in and of itself, they don't have that much mobility outside of a roll, and maybe on Rise with the bugs, like the stream bugs, right? So a monster that literally goes at max speed, attacking everybody, sounds like a painful time to hit, like a painful target to hit.
Oh yeah, no, he is just oh my god.
Yeah, he's all over the place, way too fast.
Too jumpy.
Dear lord. But that's actually really cool. Like, the concept of every single like monster having different types of abilities and stuff, it's just the best. I have to admit, the only one that I keep seeing popping up and I still love it is Rajang. Like,
Rajang.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Rajang is interesting.
Yeah.
That's a fight. That's another fight that can get really difficult really fast, because he is very fast for what he does, and very angry.
I mean, it's a small target compared to other monsters, but when he goes hard, he goes hard. It's literally a monkey.
His music's really good too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's been a Monster Hunter theme that I've disliked, even if I don't like the monster.
I can't believe it. This is really good. Oh, the classic music on that part, my god.
Yeah, it's Balzac's
Mm.
entire just thing. I'm so upset it wasn't brought back into Rise, but we got Velkhana, which is whatever.
I
But
mean,
oh my god.
if I remember correctly, the first three monsters that they were like bringing in for the game were like Halloween themed. Like you had a vampire monster, you had a Frankenstein inspired monster, and then you have a. There was a third one that I'm not remembering. Which one is it? Hmm. I don't remember. I think it was either a lake monster or a mummy, but maybe I'm confusing stuff here. Hmm.
I'm not fully sure on that one. I still haven't gotten to that part of Rise.
Yeah.
But it's the whole, that's the, I think it's DLC, I think it's Sunbreak.
It is from Sunbreak because it was way after the launch of like Rise in and of itself. Because I know the main monster on Rise is Magnum Milo, I think they called it.
Yeah, Magnum Mile is like the flagship
And then you have
monster.
the three flagship monsters of Monster Hunter Sunbreak that
Yep.
are those three like classic monster inspired dragon monsters in and of itself. Like the classic movie monsters inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I I kind of like the one that is like Frankenstein basis because it looks like a one of those statues you see on like ancient temples and stuff like that, which is really good.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like the stone mask head and everything is just really good.
Oh yeah, no, Monster Hunter's designs almost always land their mark.
Hmm. They go really good. They go really hard on the designs of the monsters, which is insane. I love them, all of them. There are some that creep me out, and some that I don't understand. Like that, like there was a like kind of like a white puffed up bat that just has like a necklace that just puffs up to a point that literally just covers the whole body of the monster.
Oh yeah, Palumu.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's Palumu, all right. It's a very interesting fight, very quick.
Yeah, I don't understand that monster at all. Like, what's the point? Maybe that
Flying
thing.
Squirrel.
Oh, flying squirrel. Okay. So it will be hard to hit unless they fail off at some point.
Pretty much, but that's also like any monster with wings. Like it's just like get down here, God damn it, get down here.
Get the fuck down! Win it your armor! God damn it.
But yeah, no, it's a fun fight. Another one that has like I don't know. There's one that has a really interesting design. I'm trying to remember. It's from World as well. Oh, it's one of the Elder Dragons. It's like one of the boss monsters in World. It's Shurish Valda is its name, and it's such an interesting fight because you fight this big like rocky mass. So it's like, oh, I can't hit this thing. What's going on? What is this? And then like slowly you chip away at the stones to reveal there's something actually under it. And it is the creepiest thing ever. Like it is an actual creepy design for Monster Hunter. Like the eyes are for the monster itself are like programmed to always look at the camera.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. It
Oh.
has these like weird like flesh tendrils that acts as hands.
Oh
It's
no.
so cool.
It's so creep. It's so creepy.
Here, let
Wow.
me see if I can find Sherish really quick.
Okay. What was the name of that? Okay, I remember a specific like new monster for Monster Hunter World that was like a giant island that you needed to use cannons to like take parts out and stuff
Oh,
like that?
oh, Zora Magdaros.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. There was always at least one like big old monster that is just kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
It's an okay fight. It's a little annoying at times, but here is a artist rendition of Cherish Volda because I can't find a good like render.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, the wings look really, really good. My god, it's just a tree branch monster. Oh.
Yeah. Here's in game really quick just to show you how creepy the thing is.
Oh, okay, now I remember. You know what? This is familiar because of Terminal Montage animation of Monster Hunter.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
where he just
God.
starts rapping.
Yeah, he just starts rapping. Whoa.
Yeah.
Because the wings look like extra arms, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is so creepy.
Oh yeah, no, Cherish Volda is insane.
It's a thing. My god, it's a thing. Oh no. Oh. Now, I have to ask, do you have so just to change the topic outside of Monster Hunter, right? Do you have any like multiplayer games that you just jump in every now and then and just have a good time?
Besides like Final Fantasy 14, every now and then I like to hop into like Hunt Showdown and just like kind of goof off with some people. I wouldn't say fun time because that game is hell.
Yeah.
But like Paladins, I also kind of enjoy Paladins.
Ooh, it's been a minute since I played Paladins. Wow.
As someone who played the absolute crap out of Overwatch back in my heyday, I'll say. It's nice to like go back into like a more casual kind of like fun experience, and like the characters are really cool. I like the designs of a lot of them.
Yeah.
As an old Overwatch vet, as someone who no life to this game, it's nice to like jump back into like Paladins or something every now and then.
Yeah, makes sense. I still need to like go back into Paladins because I've seen a lot of the heroes I used to use there getting a rework or a new visual update, like Victor. I think Pip got an update too.
Yeah.
I still need to see if they kept my boy Bomb King as it was, because Bomb King was super fun to use when I used to play back when the game was, I think, a year old, if I remember correctly. Wow.
I think Pumpkin's still relatively the same.
Okay. Cool. Whew, because it's been a minute since I played that. Then they released Rim Royale, I think it's called? Like the Battle Royale version of it?
Yeah, and then that game promptly died.
Oh. It was a cool concept though. Like the combat system of like having different classes that you can like explore the map to get access to and then just build based on that. It was kind of a good concept.
It was interesting, that's for sure. But yeah, no, it's I don't know. I think it has like maybe like 10 active players. I could be wrong on that.
But still,
let me check the Steam charts really quick. But yeah, no, still it's interesting.
Yeah, it shouldn't have that much people in compared to like bigger battle royales that are out there like Apex or Fortnite at this point.
Here we go. There is, as of 24 hours, the peak has been 715 people.
That's not bad. You can still get a match.
Yeah, the highest it's been in like a year has been just slightly over 1,000 players, and that was in August of last year.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's kind of staying at like 4 to 500.
Uh, you will take a long time to get a match, but I guess you can get it.
Yeah.
But still, though, yeah, that's a low player count. I'm surprised they still have it.
I mean, I think this is after like the revamp too,
Hmm.
because it's called Realm Royale Reforged.
Oh, right. Like, sort of a re-release of the game with a little bit of a rework.
Yeah.
Hmm. I have to ask, since you know a lot about Monster Hunter, have you tried Dauntless at some
I
point?
did. I did. I
Hmm?
played it a little bit while waiting for Monster Hunter World. Um, wasn't a fan. I mean, okay, I say that. The weapons are pretty cool. The design overall, the aesthetic was pretty cool. The
Mm-hmm.
monster designs were hit or miss, in my opinion. Um,
There is so much times I can fight fucking Gamora the turtle. Like,
yeah,
honest to
it's
God.
there's only so many times it's just like, okay, this is can we get something else really quick type thing.
Yeah. Like the monsters were just slight variations of like the existing monsters on higher levels or with a different element, and they ask you to get those parts from those different elemental versions of those same monsters so you can make an elemental weapon or an elemental armor based on that. It's
Yeah, it's a little grindy.
it's a little too grindy, but at least they at least they encourage you to use different weapons so you can get different parts. Like use a hammer to destroy the armor of this thing. Use like a sword to cut this part of the monster. Stuff like that, which is cool. You have to like hit it like a billion times so you can get the tail, but it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dauntless is a fun time at the beginning if you have a group of friends to play with. But the it gets repetitive way too fast for me.
You see, that's also why I was like, okay, I get what they're going for, but this doesn't really hit the mark.
No, it doesn't. It does a little bit, but then it starts getting repetitive. They added, if I remember correctly, I remember playing this. They added a sort of roguelite mode a while back. You had to choose a specific buff for your character, and then go face a monster. If you defeat that monster, you go to the next one, getting an extra buff along the way. And you had to explore this map. I think you had 5 monsters to fight. If you defeated the 5, you get a special reward. I don't remember what it was or how the mode is called, but that was really fun. The only thing is, I think it was no wait no 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 never mind. It was a co-op thing. Like I thought it was single player, but no, you can do it on with a friend. But still though. That
Yeah.
was a long time ago, and my memory can be blurry, and just take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, thanks to Dauntless is what I wanted. It's why I want to try out the Monster Hunter at some point. Maybe I picked up
Yeah.
the PS2 games, or just wait on and buy Monster Hunter Rise or World and see what it
I
was.
I will say,
Mhm.
World Onward has a lot of quality of life fixes, so I would recommend World or Rise
I mean,
because it's good.
uh, getting getting a Shiva dog for my Palico sounds so tempting.
Yeah,
God.
it's also like, okay, well, if you want the dog, then you want Rise because Rise is the only one that has Palamus.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like for the rest of the of like anything young, like newer or sorry older than the World, a lot of the time it was very, very grindy. So in World and Onwards, you don't you like you just have like a bug net built into your stuff, and it's like, okay, cool. I don't need to grab a pickaxe or anything. In every other game, you had to always bring pickaxes, bug nets, and they could break.
Oh no.
Fishing gear, you needed to bring bait. There's so much shit that got better in World that I highly, if you want a good starting point, I would recommend World or Rise.
Oh my god.
Because otherwise, like, okay, you had to, in order to track the monster, you had to throw a paintball at it. It wasn't just on the map.
Okay, so you're telling me I have to hit a monster with a paintball, and then I automatically just track it on the map.
Pretty much.
Oh.
So what happens is in the older games, you just had a map, right? And everything wasn't connected like World or Rise, where everything is like one singular area. It was all like segmented areas with other load zones.
Right.
So basically what you would do is you would scour the map looking for the monster, unless you just knew where it was because you fought this thing multiple times.
Right.
And you throw a paintball at it that lasts like a 10 or so minutes. And it places a dot on the map, and then, you know, the dot moves as the monster moves and everything. But if you didn't do that, or the paintball ran out of time, because it could do that, like wear off, well, guess you're looking for the monster again.
Oh, it also has a time limit. Fuck.
Yeah, no, the paintball can wear off at like, I think it's like 10 or so minutes, I could be wrong.
Oh, okay.
And what makes it harder is when you are in a hunt, if you like run into a zone, you can immediately get knocked back into the other zone. So it's like, okay, he's right here. I got this. Loading in. Okay, let's go. He knocks you out into the other zone. It's like, oh, well, loading. And now let's go back in. Loading. All right, let's go.
Oh, no. It's just like... it literally just crashes your game for a little bit every time it hits you. Oh, no.
It's like World or Rise, in which it's one, like, cohesive map.
Yeah, it's just one big map that you have to, like, explore to get your stuff, yeah.
Yeah, oh god, World is such a good starting point, in my opinion, for new players. It is like probably the best starting point for new players.
Oh, it just ended the Sinogre theme over there.
Ooh, perfect.
The lightning monster, that looks really cool.
Yeah, big old thunder dog.
And they introduced, like, his fighting Rathalos, right? If I saw the video right.
Depending on which game, a lot of it is just like when he's just introduced. When it's just like, hey, look, there's this big thunder dog kind of walking around, and then you like walk up to it and he starts like howling, and it's like, oh wow, that's what he does.
Right. Because it was the Monster Hunter World trailer, so I believe it was because of that. They needed to, like, show off a little bit of the electricity before, like, going ham with it, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is also, like, introducing, like, the monster and, like, how it kind of works at sometimes. How, like, the... What's the word I'm thinking of? His, like, attitude, or, like, how he like goes and attacks things. It's very, very small introductory thing before you fight him. It's really cool.
Yeah, that sounds super cool. Yeah. Also, now that this is playing, can you tell me what's your experience with the Kingdom Hearts series?
Played that game growing up. love Kingdom Hearts. I know pretty much the entire story of Kingdom Hearts, except for anything that happens in 3, because I haven't played 3. But I played every other Kingdom Hearts game.
Nice. So, Kingdom Hearts. Man, it's been a minute. I've heard every person I like ask about Kingdom Hearts always say that it's a pretty special experience. Like
It very much is.
It depends on the person, but every person has a very special attachment to the Kingdom Hearts series, one way or the other. Maybe they just played one game, maybe they played the whole series, but it always ends up saying something cool or nice about the series, which is kind of good to hear.
Yeah, it is definitely an experience. It's one of those games that like a lot of people either grew up playing on like the PS2 or are experiencing like first time because of the remasters. It's really interesting seeing everyone's like experience with the game, because a lot of the time everyone's experience is different.
True. Like that's true with every single game. Like everybody can experience a game differently, and stuff like Kingdom Hearts, that you can have a dozen different experience, but if all of them agrees that Kingdom Hearts is special for whatever reason they choose to believe it, that tells you that the game in and of itself is super special, or the series is super special.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. I still need to get around it. Like, I still need to play through the Kingdom Hearts series. It's going to be a wild ride once I get to it. There's a lot of stuff.
It is also quite the long game.
I believe it's an RPG.
Hey, let me check what the time to beat the OG Kingdom Hearts is.
I usually don't look at that because I usually prefer to like play it on my own rhythm. Maybe it takes longer for me, maybe it takes less for me. But yeah, knowing the overall time is also useful. I believe it's around 7 hours, maybe more.
Oh no, you're way longer.
It's it's a Square Enix RPG, of course. It's way longer.
If you want to go for the quickest time, you're looking at roughly 30 hours, and that's just main story.
That sounds like a good time.
And then if you're going for like everything else, think JRPG. It has like 70 hours.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
70 hours for completing the game 100. My god.
Oh yeah. No.
And that's just the first game.
And that is just like Kingdom Hearts 1.
Jesus Christ.
I think 2 is a lot longer. Yeah, 2. Okay. Yeah, it's roughly the same actually. 2 is like 32 hours-ish if you're like just focusing on the main stuff.
But still though, what the hell?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I don't know if on stream or not, but I can play that. It's not that big of a deal, I guess. It will be a good like vacay type of stream, because like I know the next game I'm starting is Street Fighter 6. That's a no-brainer for me. I really hype for that game. My god, look, it's so good.
It looks a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looks a lot of fun, and I tried the open beta like the past weekend, and yeah, it was fun. I can attest to that. The gameplay is fun and addicting as hell. And the accessibility it seems to be really good. I tried modern controls just to see how it plays, and it plays really good. It's fairly simple.
Nice.
So they're doing a good job on that regard, like having different like type of controls for the characters, so more people can access it is the best thing you can do.
Oh yeah.
Everybody has a chance now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we have a good time here. I usually, before we end, I usually ask the guest if they have anyone they want to rate.
Uh, I don't know anyone who's on right now. Oh, is Sugar on? Oh my God! Wait, let's rate Sugar.
All right, give me the name on the M's and I'll pop that
Yeah,
right
yeah,
over
yeah.
them.
Here you go. This is. Oh, I love Sugar. Sugar's great.
Yo.
Let me find. There you are. Papa Duh. Sugar does music stuff
Oh,
usually.
hell yes.
Sugar is usually someone who is like very heavy in like the metal scene and is
Oh, my type of
also
scene. Let's go.
also has done like a lot of people like help people do covers and stuff. Sugar's great. I love Sugar so much.
Yeah. All right. We're rating Sugar. Sugar Skull P.
Yep.
But before we go, thank you so much for being here with me. It's been
Thanks for
it's been
thanks for having
super
me.
fun.
Oh yeah.
And before we go, I have to say like a few like last words before the before I finish my part of the charity. It's been fun. It's been a learning experience for me. Like I don't know how to plug my things at all, so giving someone that doesn't know how to do that to do a charity stream or streams, it's not a good idea. like like I don't know how to plug a charity, let alone plug my own things. So this has been a learning experience for me. So I appreciate the friends and like everybody that showed up to my streams and just at least came to say hi and everything. But for next time, I need to be more prepared for this. That was way too last minute, and I rushed a lot of things on this month. But I managed to do it. I managed to make it special. I managed to like have a guest every single day, and I'm great. Like I'm so in depth to everybody who accepted being here. You, Paka, Snake, and Crystal, you guys saved my ass. Like it was so rushed. It's insane. I usually have like a month of preparation for these things, but it came also too last minute, and I want it in because it will be a special opportunity to practice this kind of thing, and I took it. So yeah. Again, thank you so much for being here, for accepting being on the show, and I hope we can repeat this someday.
Oh yeah. It was honestly a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
All right. And with that, I say everybody goodbye. Next week, Street Fighter 6 release, so I'm going to be deep neck into that thing. So be seeing you guys later. Bye, everybody. Thank you again for passing by.
What?